Welcome back to another episode of the Arc Switch Survival Guide. So, it's finally happened. I've been telling you guys, I've been learning how to set up live streaming for a little while, and I finally have it working. This video is a replay of the first ever live stream from the Arc Survival Guide, and it's pretty cool. We took a tour all over the island map and explored the island, some places I had never even seen before. But I showed you all a bunch of really cool base locations. I showed you some actual bases that I built way back in the day on my first ever Ark adventure on PS4. That's what I'm streaming on here. And I'm showing you guys some really cool dinosaurs and talking to you a little bit about those dinos, what they're useful for. But this video is full of so many helpful tips and tricks, and some that I've not even shown you before on any of the videos to this day. So it's a pretty long stream. I got carried away because I was having so much fun chatting with all of you guys and exploring the island. So even though this video is pretty long, this is just part one of a two-part episode where we flew all over the island for quite a while. It was a lot of fun, and I think you'll really enjoy this video, and there is so much to see, so I hope you enjoy it, and keep an eye out because I'll be announcing a lot more live streams coming in the near future. So here we go. So I'm going to do a tour of the island map on Ark. If any of you guys are not familiar with Ark Survival Evolved, well, where have you been, right? No, I'm just kidding. I just found out about it relatively recently myself, but it's an amazing game. I love it. So we are here on the island map, and this is actually the default starting zone, South Zone 1. And you can see here, this is the first thatch hut I ever made on Ark. So yeah, check it out. Not too much to see here, but I was very proud of it for a while until, you know, all the raptors came and tried to attack it. So, let's see here. I think pretty close by was my second house that I built. Let me see if I can find this. This is actually my PS4 game that I'm playing. I have an entire Ark Switch Survival Guide series, and I've been showing you guys all kinds of cool stuff on that game. But this is actually my PS4 file. As you can see here, there's nothing over here on this cliff, and I made a really cool house on my Switch game, and I've got a house that actually hangs out over the cliff, and I've got Dilophosaurs sitting as bait that actually lure dinosaurs over the edge of the cliff. And the whole house is built with wood and thatch, and as far as I can tell, it's completely invincible for any carnivore attacks because they just fall off the cliff by the way it's designed. So check out my channel if you are interested in seeing how that worked. It was actually a pretty cool design. Now, I wonder if this little house is still here. Oh yeah, it is! Wow, okay, this brings back memories. So, I built my first stone house right up here on this little hill. That's my first Triceratops I ever tamed, and I built it around a tree because I just thought that would be super cool. Now, I didn't have a clue what I was doing back then. It took me a while to learn Ark, but that's actually a big part of why I created this channel for all of you, so you could learn how to play Ark and have lots of fun with it. But this was a pretty cool little house back in the day. I was very happy with it. Had a great view of the ocean from the top here. So that was pretty fun. So it's going to take a minute for me to check and catch up on chat, so, you know, bear with me while I'm learning how to do this whole live streaming and chatting thing at the same time. I'm still pretty new to it. So, hey Chris, I'm so glad you're back. And it's a lot of fun to interact with you guys too. I actually have a couple friends in real life that play Ark, but it's so much fun meeting people from all over the world that really enjoy this game. Like, I've just been having a lot of fun with the community here. I've always heard such terrible things about the Ark, or you know, about the YouTube community in general, but the Ark community on YouTube has actually been pretty amazing. So thank you guys for all being just really awesome subscribers. I've always really appreciated that. Oh, check it out. We got a Sarco here. That's fun. So crocodiles are not very fun for new players. I'm going to kind of give you guys a tour of the island. We'll fly around. I'll let you guys give me some feedback. Like, if you see something cool you want me to go check out, just drop it in chat, and I'll swing back around. I'll probably catch it after a little while. But I'm actually planning to chat for quite some time, so hopefully, you know, that will be fun for you guys. We'll probably get a lot more people joining chat as time goes on. Oh, another thing that I finally remembered to do is I changed the setting on the island so I can actually use my map. So check that out. You can actually see what's here. And that's where we're starting out. We're right here. This little area that I'm pointing to usually is referred to as Metal Mountain because it's one of the best places for people to get metal early in the game. And my home base that I use on my Switch series is actually up on a plateau really close to here. So I'll show you that in just a second. But I thought it'd be helpful to have an actual working map so you guys can know where we are. Now, before I go anywhere else, let me check this out real quick. This is the South Zone 2, one of the second default spawning locations. And if you spawn into South Zone 2, you usually show up right around here and somewhere on this cool little peninsula or around this lagoon. And this is actually a really cool place to start your game. You can, hey, a brontosaur, nice. We tamed one and named him Bob. We painted a landscape painting in the Bob Ross style on his back. It was pretty cool, but around here is actually not a bad place to start out because you can build up on these plateaus and you can get your base high enough up on the rocks that dinosaurs can't kill you and destroy your house. So that's really helpful. This is actually a pretty nice spot, and if I had Ark to play all over again, I would probably spawn in somewhere around here. And this is the location right here on the left side of the map, and that's the coordinates, longitude and latitude on the right-hand side. Catching up with chat real quick. Hey, welcome back, Nathan. And you're right, Diamond. Dilophosaurs are a real pain. Although I would say the worst on the beach is a Sarco, which is that little, well, I don't actually see any right now. But usually around here, there's at least one or two little crocodiles that kind of swim around in the lagoon, and those guys will pop out of nowhere and just eat you. They're crazy. So, but Dilophosaurs are terrible when you're first learning how to play Ark. Now this little plateau up here in the jungle, if you clear off the trees, this is actually a pretty awesome spot for a big base. But the base that I built is actually down here. And I'll show you guys where that is too, so you can get a good idea. Now, a lot of you have been subscribing to this channel for quite a while, and you've probably seen plenty of my base. But right here, just up the river from that starting zone, is this really nice little plateau right here. And if you head up this little corner, you get up into the jungle, and hey, cool, little loot drop there. This plateau right here, it's hard to see in the jungle here. There we go, now we can see a little bit better. This is actually where I built my main base. So I cleared out a bunch of these trees. There's not a lot of real dangerous stuff up here most of the time. Of course, there's a Dilophosaur, whatever. But I've cleared out this whole area, and it is a beautiful little plateau. My house is right about here on my main game, and you get this awesome view. This is just such a great view. You also usually have a Spinosaur right next door, and that's kind of a pain. This is a Spinosaurus, and it is currently fighting a, what's it called, Baryonyx. So there's a lot of dangerous stuff right around here. We'll tease him just a little bit, but he should be pretty busy with that Baryonyx until he kills it. But aside from the dangerous neighbors down in the river, this is an awesome place to live. And one of the best things about it is it's got Metal Mountain right next door. And even though there's a lot of dangerous stuff up here, like velociraptors and allosaurs, carnos, and stuff like that, there's usually something up here that will kill you pretty fast. But there's tons of metal up here on top of the mountain. And if you've got binoculars, or a telescope rather, you can see this mountain from my home base on that plateau right there. And you can actually check it out, see if there's any metal, and come over and pick it up, especially if you have a flyer. So let me catch up with chat again real quick. Hey Superior, welcome back. I'm so glad you could make it. So yeah, that's my main base right here, and yeah, definitely I would appreciate it if you guys like this stream. This would be awesome. Okay, we've got 2 Spinosaurus, because that's cool. Yeah, super fun. And a pack of raptors. So, as you can see, I don't usually go down to the bottom of this river very often, because there's a lot of crazy stuff up here. But I do have an entire raft fortress. I've got a fortress built on a raft, and I can float it around anywhere on the rivers, and I've got plant species X turrets that let me just mow down pretty much anything. So I can make pretty quick work of even T-Rexes and Spinosaurs. Now I recently tamed a Spinosaur, which was pretty cool. If you'd missed that, definitely go check that out. I have a video on how to tame a Spinosaurus, and I just trapped it with a big taming pen that I had over here, and it was a pretty quick and easy tame, really. Oh, I forgot about this, man. This is so nostalgic. I have not played this game file in forever. So before I really knew about dinosaur eggs, I picked up a big red egg down in the river, and it turned out it was a Spinosaurus egg, and the thing was just chasing me around all over the place, and it followed me home. So I built this little tiny stash up on that mountain and stuck the egg in there. It's probably still in there. It's probably that Spinosaurus's egg. But yeah, so I definitely had a Spino chasing me and trying to kill me a lot. Now this is actually my first big fortress that I ever made. I put this base together over here, and I think that's my first Pteranodon. Oh yeah. Okay, I gotta check this out, man. This is so nostalgic. It's been forever since I did all this stuff. Now, I didn't even really know what I was doing when I built all of this, but I was having fun. And I built this big refining base. I never even furnished this. Wow. So pretty soon after I was working on this, I discovered Ragnarok and loved it and started playing. Oh no, you know, it was the center map. I started playing on the center map. But this whole base was just full of forges, and I would just run up the mountain and go pick up a whole bunch of metal and run it down here and just stick it in the forges. So I think there's some big dangerous stuff around here, so I don't think I'm going to poke my head out too far. But that's crazy. I actually couldn't remember where this base was until just now, so there you go. Let's get back on that griffin and we'll do some more sightseeing, but man, this is like trip down memory lane for me. This is crazy. Alright. My wife actually played a little bit of co-op with me, but I tamed her a Pteranodon, and we flew into the redwood forests not knowing about Thylacoleos, and it got knocked out of the air and died, so that was pretty sad. So, are you guys still able to see okay? Is the video doing alright and not too much lag going on? Oh yeah. I remember I tried to build a taming pen up here and it did not work out very well. So crazy. You know, this area is so familiar now, but, you know, I didn't know anything back then. It was crazy. So right now on my current game, I'm actually getting up close to the redwoods at this point. And let's see here, I'm going to pull out my map real quick. So we're right here at about 7154, and the Redwoods is that big mountain in the middle of the map. It's got a river all the way around it. Now currently on my Switch guide, I have a raft fortress that is actually in the swamp right now. So I kind of sailed through the swamp, cut down all the trees on the way, and my raft fortress is right down here, right at the base of this mountain. And yeah, right here at this clearing, I think there's a plant species X seed right about here too. If you guys need plant species X, sometimes you can find one right here in this little clearing. I think it's this one. It's somewhere right at the base of these redwoods. And I was able to find quite a few plant species X seeds. I've got an entire guide on how to use those and how amazing they are, so definitely check out some of the videos on my channel. I wish I could be putting links in the description for you guys. Yeah, on my Switch guide, I've got a base right here in this redwood tree, and it's got a sap tap, so you can actually get sap out of the redwood tree. So it's pretty helpful. Alright, Nathan, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you watching here, and we'll see you next time, hopefully. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and it'll let you know next time I'm streaming. So I want to check out this area and see if I can actually make it from here around this river, since I've never really been up this way. This is going to be a new thing for me, too. Oh, there we go. That's a Titan boa. Those things are nasty. And he's coming after me. Oh, here's another Plant Species X seed pod, so if you need any of those, this is another good spot to get them. I'm actually going to pull out my map so you can see this, because a lot of people are always asking me where to find Plant Species X, and 6355, that's one location you can get one. So it looks like the river is still working all the way through here. I'm going to see if I can get a little closer to the water here. You can't see too well in the trees in the swamp. There's a lot of trees out here, but so far so good. There's a lot of dangerous dinos in here. Looks like we've got a Sarco. Those things will mess you up, and those frogs will actually jump up and tranquilize you, which is also a problem. Looks like some more Plant Species X seeds I saw just a second ago up here. So yeah, fun stuff. Looks like we are still doing pretty well. There's enough water to make it through this part of the swamp, it looks like. So I think my raft can make it at least this far. But this is the part that I'm really worried about. I'm going to get a little aerial view here and see how it looks. So it looks like the river splits a little bit. No, it doesn't. It stops there. Okay. So this is what I'm really worried about getting my raft through. It may be too small of a stream. That's going to be pretty tight. Yeah, and these big redwood trees will be really hard to navigate too. I may have to go around the other way if I want to make it through here. Now, I'm hoping I don't get pounced by a Thylacoleo in here. Usually I avoid the redwood forests anytime I'm on a mount, because these little Thylacoleos will pounce out of the trees and just nail you, they'll land on you, knock you off your mount, and they can stun you too. So yeah, I do not think I'm going to be able to make it through here. Hey look, it's a bear. Hey bear. I just smacked him on the rear end. Gotta love that. Alright. Is he still back there? No, he doesn't seem to care too much. Those are terror birds down there. Those things are a real pain. They're kind of like little raptors, but they're angry birds. They're the original angry birds of Ark. So yeah, I would say I don't think I'm going to have an easy time navigating the swamp in that direction. So it looks like if I want to get to the center of this map, I'm going to have to go around the other way. But we can see a whole lot better now. We are finally out of the swamp, and we've got some pretty cool stuff out here. So this is one of those giant sloth bear kind of things. Those are fun, and we got some Gallimimus running around. Got to see some of those on the original Jurassic Park. Now, of course, we've got tons of pteranodons everywhere here. Those are always fun. And this is the green obelisk. It's way out here on the east side of the map. What do we have here? Hey, it's a Carnotaur. That's fun. Now, I used to be a huge fan of Jurassic Park. I read all the books when I was younger. Is he coming after me? He's trying. I'm just a little bit out of his reach. Now, anytime you're on a flyer and you're dealing with a carnivore attacking you, the easiest way to deal with them is to just move just a little bit, and usually they'll fall right off the edge of the cliff. They're not so smart, and now he can't get back up there, so hey, cliff is mine now, buddy. Haha, fooled you. So I think I saw a Therizinosaurus up here, and those things are really crazy. Yep, there he is. Okay. Let's see if I can get a little closer to him. Those things are herbivores, but they have these crazy claws, and they will mess you up if they see you. They don't aggro onto you until they get a little closer, usually. There he goes. Now he's mad. Woohoo, okay. So now he's going to come and just try to beat the snot out of me. They're pretty darn fast, and they do a lot of damage. I Therizinosaurus can actually hold toe-to-toe with a T-Rex in a fight, so we'll just put him down there with the Carnotaur and let those two fight, yeah? I'm surprised they're not fighting. I was kind of hoping for a fight here, but we'll see. Maybe the Carnotaur will finish off that Parasaur and come after the Therizinosaurus. Now, I think the Therizinosaur would win that fight, but actually, it might not even mess with it. That's one nice thing if you're riding a Therizinosaurus, is most smaller predators, and I guess even Carnotaurs, will not even mess with you. They'll just walk right past you and totally ignore you, which is quite helpful. Dang, Dragon, good job on that Argent. That's awesome. I am so glad that Argent trap helped. So we did a video just a couple episodes ago on how to trap an Argent Avis and tame a really high level Argent, and it's a pretty foolproof thing, I would think. Like, how did that go for you, Dragon? Did that make it a pretty easy tame? Yeah, so true, Diamond Tiara. And yeah, Superior, if you tame a Therizinosaur, like, they are crazy dangerous when they're in the wild, but they make great pets. They're very cuddly, too, and they like to try to tickle you. No, not really. But, oh hey, that's a Tapehara. Cool. Now, those things are actually very rare. A Tapehara is, they're very skittish. They will run away if they see you coming, and as soon as they get close to this guy, he's going to take off and fly really far away. But these things are awesome. They're like a Pteranodon, but way better. They're extremely hard to tame. You have to hit them with a bola and then knock them out pretty quickly. You don't want to shoot them in the head because you'll probably kill them if you do. But I've got a trick where you can tame a crazy high-level Tapehara using an item called a rare flower. And if you eat the flower, the Tapehara will get so angry that instead of running away, it'll try to kill you. And as long as you do it correctly, I was actually able to lure and tame like a level 200 Tapehara. So check out the playlist on my channel for the Switch Survival Guide if you want to see where that video is. But it was pretty cool. We tamed a really high level Tapehara, and that's been one of my friends for a long time. I've been breeding Tapeharas, and I've got like 30 of them. I've got a Tapehara problem. I'm like a crazy cat lady for Tapeharas, but you know, I've got quite a few of them, and they're pretty fun. They're laying tons of eggs, and those are really good for the new kibble system. You can tame all kinds of stuff with Tapehara egg kibble, so that has actually been really helpful for me. I'm just breeding tons of them. Hey, we got a nice little, is that a Brontosaurus, I think? Yeah, a couple of them. Man, this place is like overrun with Pteranodons. Oh, check it out. So we've got some raptors running around, lots of Gallimimus, but I am excited because this is a Tech Stegosaurus. These guys are pretty cool. Let me get a little closer here. Now, he'll probably kick my butt if I get too close. There's a lot of dangerous stuff around here, but check this guy out. These are some of my favorite dinosaurs. Stegosaurs are really cool looking as it is, but Tech Stegos are just crazy. Look at that. That is one cool looking dino. So I actually have a Tech Stegosaurus on my Switch Survival Guide. Oh, and then you can see a regular Stego next to it for comparison. But I tamed a Tech Stegosaurus during the Christmas event, and so it was red and green Christmas colors. It is Normie the Tech Stegosaurus. I named him after one of my biggest supporters early on because it takes a while to get an ARC channel off the ground, and it didn't really have a whole lot going on for the first 2 or 3 months, really. But Normie was always there encouraging me, giving me good ideas, like the Hall ARC holiday special that I did. That was Normie's idea, so shout out to Normie. Oh, got some dragonflies, and they're really mad. Alright, so dragonflies are not terrible, but they can swarm you and do quite a bit of damage, so I think I lost them. Looks like we got a couple raptors over here. Oh, and another Tech Stego. Cool. Let's see if we can fly a little closer over here. Oh man, this is getting crazy over here. Lots of dinos fighting. So this tech stego is fighting a pack of raptors, but I'm kind of wondering if he looks like he's winning. I was a little worried he would accidentally hit that brontosaurus though, because I think the bronto would win that fight. Yeah, a couple of dead raptors, but check this guy out. He's a cool one. I love the tech dinos, but you can get all kinds of cool colors with them too. So this is a nice looking stego here. I actually have a pair of tech raptors, and I just happened to get this really awesome red one, and then his the other one is actually black with cool red glow. So there's some pretty awesome looking dinos that I've got. Oh, check this out. We've got a Spinosaurus versus a Diplodocus, so that's going to be an interesting fight. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see this. So let me catch up on chat. I'm sorry, I haven't been chatting very actively with you guys. I keep getting distracted. This is hard to read chat and fly and talk at the same time. Aw, thanks so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm still like a very new YouTuber, so it really means a lot that you guys have such awesome support. Like oh man, that Spino took him down. Wow. But really, I never thought this channel would grow so much or so fast, but it is just, you know, it keeps growing faster and faster, which is really awesome, because that means I can put even more time and energy into it and do a lot more stuff for you guys. So thank you so much for your support. It really helps me a lot, and it helps to bring more cool videos too. So, and hey, I mean, hopefully we'll get enough people watching this stream. We may even see some people who haven't even played Ark before. We'll see. But I definitely always enjoy giving you guys cool guides and videos. So actually, while you guys are here chatting, do you have any ideas of some topics that would be helpful for me to teach you on Ark? So I've got a couple of plans for some things I want to do soon, but you know, I'm definitely always open for suggestions, and a lot of times somebody will give me a video idea that I'll just go, oh yeah, I gotta do that like right now. Got another Tapehara over here, wow. So the first time I tried to tame a Tapehara on this game file, I flew around the island for almost an hour and didn't see a single one, and here we go, we got 2 of them in one little short spree. It's crazy. Yeah, Diamond Tiara, I definitely am going to do some water tames soon. I actually have a cool base design that I'm working on, and I'm going to build a taming raft, but make one that you can tame water dinos in. So that should be pretty cool. My Spinosaurus that I tamed has been working a little bit as a makeshift water dino, but I need to get some real water dinos, so I will actually be taming some of those pretty soon. Sounds good. Now, would you prefer I tame a dolphin or a shark first? I could probably go either way at this point. And yeah, Superior, I definitely love doing the base locations videos. I need to do some more of those soon. Oh, I love the color on this guy. Check that out. That is one cool looking tech parasaur. I mean, tech parasaurs are cool as it is, but I love that color. Wow. So I've got a pair of tech parasaurs. Say that 5 times fast. Parasaurs. Paratech parasaurs. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a bunch of those. Oh no, don't die, don't die. Hold on a second. Darn it. Trying to save him. Well, looks like we got a Carnotaur. Let's see if we can pick a fight here. Hey, Carno, come get me. I hope those raptors don't pick a fight with you. Really? He's not going to fight the raptors? Come on, come on. I want to see a fight here. Are they fighting? It's hard to tell. Hold on a second. Wow, these predators get along so well. I was hoping I could see a good fight, but oh well. Anyway, so, yes, base location videos, I definitely enjoy doing those, and I need to do some more. I'm actually hoping to do a whole series of Ragnarok base locations, And I'm probably going to do like some smaller regions. So I'll do like the best base locations in Viking Bay and maybe like the best ones in different areas. So that should be pretty fun. I'm actually planning to do that in the not too distant future. You know, I don't even remember building this base. That's crazy. Huh. It's got a T-Rex next to it. That's fun. Oh, wait. No, I do remember this. I think I have a little baby otter in there. Not a baby, but I think I have an otter. Hey, T-Rex, you want a piece of this? Come on, come get me. Tyrannosaurs are always really fun. I still need to tame one. I just haven't gotten around to it, so I can pretty easily tame one using my taming raft that I have. I've actually tamed one using a similar design, so it shouldn't be too hard, but I just haven't gotten around to it on my Switch guide yet. But I really need to do that. Hey there! Can't get me. So I've got an entire video on my Ragnarok series where I basically just parked my raft base with my Plant Species X turrets right next to a T-Rex, and I just let the turrets shoot him down without actually hurting him at all. And I just got him to chase me back and forth in front of the turrets until they just mowed him down. It was so fun. So, oh yeah, this guy. I can't remember what these are called. It's like a Pachyrhinoceratops or something weird like that. Aw, my T-Rex doesn't care about me anymore. Oh well. There's much more of the island to see, so we don't want to get too hung up on him. Oh man, so much chat. I gotta scroll back up. Hold on a second here. That's awesome, Dragon. And welcome, Emmy. Good to see ya. Glad you could make it. Sorry about your notifications. That's crazy. I don't know. My channel just does weird stuff sometimes, but I don't usually get a notification too far in advance because I wasn't actually sure what time I'd get back to my house and be able to do this. Oh no, is that a beaver fighting a Spinosaurus? Oh, we gotta help him. I don't want to see this Spino kill a beaver. That'd be too sad. Come here, Spino. Come here. This is one of the problems with some dinos, is if you've got the same turn radius, it can be real hard for you to catch each other. Now, a nice thing about a griffin is I can kind of hover a little bit. Are you still going after the beaver? Stop it! Stop! I'll save you, beaver. Alright, I think the beaver's gonna make it. Now let's go steal stuff from this beaver dam. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Alright. Well, I think that Spino's busy now, so we should be okay. Man, Spinos are so cranky. They just want to kill everything. It's crazy. Alright, so, where were I? I'm trying to get back to chat. Man, I am so not used to talking while I'm doing all this. It's crazy. Oh, man, I think this was from me playing around with the tech T-Rex earlier. Yeah, I think so. This was the game that I just spawned a bunch of stuff in. Just kind of had some fun with it. This is my first Ark game ever, so... Oh no, does the river stop here too? Well, let me catch up with chat real quick. Of course the ants are going to attack me while I'm trying to catch up on chat. Come on! Can't a guy get a little break here? I always like plateaus like this because you can see everything around you, but things cannot attack you from above, which is great. So it's terrible to build at the bottom of a cliff because stuff can just show up and go after you. But if you build on top of a cliff, then you have the jump on everything else. Oh my gosh, that's right. A while ago, I spawned in a bunch of tech Rexes to try them out. This was way back in the day, so I'll have to do one of those later on. I guess that's where that dead one came from. Yeah, you're right, that is a pretty Spino. Wish I could have tamed it, although I really like my Spino that I did tame on the Switch Guide series. That's a pretty awesome looking Spino. It's black with some purple highlights. Very cool looking. I think I'm gonna call it Proxima Midnight after the Avengers enemy, because it kind of reminds me of her somehow. I don't know. It's just kind of like a midnight black and purple. You know, these ants just need to stab. Just stab. Okay, are they gone now? Good. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out if I can squeeze my entire raft fortress through this tiny little inlet, and I think if I smash all the boulders, I should be able to do that. I think I've got enough water here, so I'm going to have to bring my Doedicurus along with me, because if you put a Doedicurus on a raft, it will automatically smash every rock that it sees, and it can clear a path straight through the water like that. Oh man, this is getting really tight, but I think all of these should be breakable, so I should be able to make it up here. Hey Milan, nice to see ya. I'm probably going to pronounce people's names really badly, so I apologize in advance. I'll do my best, but you know, names can be real hard, so sorry about that if I butcher anybody's name. Nice, Superior. That's very fun. I love Spinosaurs. They are so fun. Like, it's like having a water dino and a T-Rex both combined, which is pretty fun. Okay, so it looks like I can successfully get my raft all the way around if I head in this direction. I think this is going to be a little dicey in this area. Yeah, it looks like we've got enough water that I can make it through here. We've got a lot of mangroves, a lot of snakes. It's going to be, it's not going to be fun navigating through this area, but it does look like it's technically passable through all of this swampland. Man, this place is crazy. I remember when I first started playing Ark, I ran through the swamp and immediately regretted it. Oh yeah, okay. So we're getting up on the first big building that I ever tried to make, so this should be interesting. Now, this little pen right here, the reason I have this little penguin zoo is because I made a huge mistake. So, let me catch up on chat, and then I'll tell you why I have so many penguins. Hey, Isanagi, nice to see you. I hope I got that right. And that's awesome, you guys. So you're talking to a history teacher in real life. If you thought history teachers couldn't be cool, well, here's one that plays Ark and is chatting with you guys, so there you go. She actually has her own Ark channel. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I think you can actually click on her picture for Emmy Fisher and it'll take you to that channel. But she will build stuff in Ark and then teach you about the history behind that style, which I think is pretty awesome. So definitely encouraging you guys to check that out. Yeah, and Dragon, I'm afraid I don't actually do Ark on Switch because the resolution is just so low, I can't really do recording on it. It just doesn't really hold up for YouTube. But even PS4 is a little bit, it's struggling right now because this is the first big building that I ever tried to make. Now, I definitely used cheat codes on spawning stuff in here, but this is an entire greenhouse built over the Redwoods. And it was the first big house that I ever tried to make, and I had a lot of fun with it. This was built using vanilla materials, so it doesn't have any Structures Plus mods in this entire building, but I was able to use some cool little workarounds to make everything work. So, got a couple Quetzals up there. And this was the first set of Tapeharas that I bred. I was able to get mint green with a purple mutation. I bred quite a few of these back in the day. Oh yeah, I forgot I had an Argent. And we still have some penguins in here. So I hope the sound doesn't get too annoying with this waterfall in the background, but this little base has a really cool view of the Redwoods. This is about the only way you can really enjoy the Redwoods scenery without getting yourself potentially killed. So it's a pretty cool little base. There you go, yep. It's a lot more pressure when you're live streaming because you can't take it back, you know? So I'm still getting used to that. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. So I built this little observation deck so you can look down on the waterfall, which is kind of fun. See all the gigantic boa snakes climbing over the waterfall. Now that's majestic, right? Gotta love it. Only on Ark, right? So here's the story of the penguins. Oh no, what is he doing? Get back here, little guy. Come here. I think I can pick these things up, can't I? Maybe I have to have them follow me. So I'm having the hardest time controlling these penguins. What happened is my wife loves penguins. So when I found out there were penguins on Ark, I went up and tamed a whole bunch of them and carried them back to this little cool little house in the Redwoods. This was my first main base that I ever built. Is there a penguin on the roof? Oh my gosh, these penguins. Okay, so I brought back I don't know, 3 or 4 penguins, and I just put them on Wander in this base. Now I did not know that penguins would breed when they're on Wander. They will lay eggs, and then because penguins are so warm, they will actually hatch their own eggs when you breed them. I think I can fit under here. Yeah, this is gonna be... No, I can't. Okay. See if I can move these guys a little bit. So penguins will breed on their own, and you end up with tons of penguins. Now, the problem with that is the baby penguins will keep breeding more penguins, and those will breed more penguins. And before you know it, your whole base is completely overrun with penguins. And I seriously thought I had broken my game because I started flying back up to this spot, and the game was just moving at 3 FPS. I could barely move because there were 50 penguins all running around on all the different levels of my house. And they kept breeding and breeding, and I got all these mutant penguins of different crazy colors, and it took forever just to stop them from wandering because they were breeding faster than I could catch them, so it was really bad. So I learned a very valuable lesson. Don't get too many penguins and don't leave them alone for too long. So I forgot how big this base was. My goodness. Didn't quite line up perfectly all the time. Yeah, I was trying to do a nice spiral staircase, but it didn't quite work. But, you know, pretty cool scenery. I really like that waterfall here. Let's see if I can get to the lowest level. So this is why I built this here. It's just the coolest tree that I could find, having a nice little waterfall view. So, and it was a fun design. It took a lot of work to get this design to actually happen, but I'd say it was worth it. It looks pretty darn cool. So this was my first big build that I ever did. I wasn't really planning on showing this to you guys today, but you know, got quite a few little cool things you got to see here. So nice tour around Ark. So let me catch up on chat here. Let you guys look out over the swamp while I'm scrolling. Hey, this is great. You guys, you know, learning can be fun, turns out, see? So, people say that, and usually that's their way of prefacing that it's not actually going to be that fun, whatever they're going to do, but, you know, this is actually a pretty cool way to learn some history, don't you think? I like it. So, glad you guys could do that. Now, I'm trying to remember how to get back up to my Griffin, because, you know, not being a very good architect... Oh, I'm so cheesy tonight, I don't know. My wife isn't here to do some puns. She's out of town for base, so I gotta do some puns for her in her stead. Now, if any of you guys have seen our YouTube channel that we do together, she does a lot of puns. I mean, I do too. I'm pretty punny myself, but yeah. So, check this out. This is a base that I built on top of a Quetzal. It's got a lot of, like, refining forges in there and stuff, but that was kind of fun. It was my first attempt at building a mobile platform base, but I got some much cooler ones now. Yeah, that's true, Emmy. It's so annoying when you're building near a waterfall, because that sound just, you know, keeps droning on forever, right? So I'm still checking the waterways to see if my raft can get around this way, but it's looking pretty good so far. I'm gonna fly down here, and then we'll go up and check out the northern areas and see how those look too. So we'll kind of give you a tour all the way around the entire island. I'm sure we'll find some other cool stuff around here too. So I'm gonna keep checking chat here. No, I don't mind being off topic at all. Half the time I am completely off topic during my premieres. Like, I'll have a video teaching you how to tame an Argent, and I'll just be talking about, like, you know, I don't know, your favorite foods or something. So never stress about that. You guys can chat as much as you want about anything you want. So, but if you ever have any questions about Ark itself, I'm always happy to answer those too. So we are back. We made it around the full circle here, and this is actually right about where our raft fortress is parked. So as long as I can get it through this little spot, yeah, this looks pretty good. So I'm pretty sure if I head west, I can get my raft to go all the way down the river and park it next to the volcano, which is exactly what I want to do. I did a video on how to use a Tape Hara. There's a crazy trick that I taught you guys, which you can fly across the entire map without ever landing or running out of stamina. It's pretty cool. But that's how I made it to the volcano, to get some obsidian. But I actually want to get my raft fortress down below that volcano, because I'm planning on building an entire forge base on top of the volcano rim, so I can harvest tons of obsidian and metal and stuff. And I'll make a whole production facility up there, so I can just turn stuff into whatever I need, and that way I don't ever have to bring the metal itself down. It's a lot more weight efficient to just manufacture the stuff near the metal and then carry the items that you've made around. So here's that base again. I'll show you where this spot is. It's actually a pretty cool spot. If you're not afraid of the Redwoods, this is actually an awesome place. So it's right here. There we go. At about 6836, I think, and it's a cool spot. By the way, I'm going to do a guide on making and using a GPS pretty soon. Those of you who are on chat, would you like to see that guide if I make that sometime in the near future? Oh, that would be really cool, Emmy, if you did some actual, like, dinosaur history. That'd be very fun. Because, you know, some of the dinos on Ark, they say, are a little bit, you know, controversial. Like, what was it? The Velociraptors, or actually maybe Oviraptors, I've heard. Kind of, yeah, I used to be a huge dinosaur nerd when I was a kid. So Ark is basically all of my favorite childhood things combined. Uh-oh. That's not good. Not good at all. I just hit the water. Dove just a little bit too far down, so hopefully my griffin is following me, and alright. Whew, okay, something's attacking me. Oh, crocodile. Great. That's always fun to run into a croc, yep. So, yeah, we could have been in trouble there. But all's well that ends well, right? So, never get too close to the water. I got a little too cocky there. This is actually a pretty cool spot right here for a base. This is a little plateau. Now, some of you have been saying you like base location videos. So, 3 sides of this plateau are kind of on a cliff, so it's a little easier to defend, but it's a little bit long for my liking. But this spot right here is actually not bad at all. You have water on all sides, And you can actually break most of these boulders, and that makes it so that you can build a wall right across this little stretch. And if you build a stone wall from this side to this entire little plateau above the ocean is completely safe. Nothing can attack you because it's all sheer cliffs on all sides. So this is actually a great place to build a base, and I will probably build a base around here sometime to have a nice southern island base. It's not a bad spot. It's close to the red obelisk up here, so I'm sure I'll be doing that in the near future, but I can build a nice little water pen maybe in here and have a cool water base. I don't know, we'll see. Oh yeah, the raptor wrists, that's right. Hey, welcome Lorena. I hope I got your name right. Sorry if I didn't, I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff. But yeah, welcome to the stream, glad to have you here. So we're just flying around the map, and I'm letting you guys kind of chat with me and talk to me and all that stuff. But if you guys have any suggestions as far as where you'd like to go, I have actually scouted all of the area that I wanted to scout. So now I'm just flying around and having some fun while I talk to you guys. I'm still getting the hang of doing live streaming while chatting and flying at the same time. So, you know, bear with me as I'm figuring all of this stuff out. Well, that's probably a good place to end part 1 of our first live streaming episode. I hope you all enjoyed this part of the adventure, but part 2 will be continuing. We have about another hour that we did on this live stream, and I'll be posting that in the next week or so. So be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications if you'd like to be notified when the next part of this live stream episode comes out. And that one should be even more fun than the first part. We are going to tour some of the southern island. We'll check out the red obelisk, which is off there in the distance. And I'm going to show you some really cool places that you can build a base. Some of them are so cool, I am now planning to build bases there myself. So I think you'll really enjoy the rest of this episode. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment. I love hearing from you guys. A lot of you give me really helpful tips and tricks. If you know a cool place on the island that I didn't talk about today, I would love to go check it out later on. So give me some coordinates if you have any cool places that you actually build your bases, and let me know if you actually have tried building in any of the places that I've showed you today too. If you want to learn more about anything we've talked about, there are some links in the description of this video, and one of them will be to the entire playlist of the Ark Switch Survival Guide, and most of the things that I've talked about today, there's an entire video talking all about a lot of these dinosaurs, how to tame them, what they're useful for, and all kinds of other helpful tips and tricks. I've also got a video that'll teach you how to fly across the entire island with unlimited stamina using a tapehara, so if you've got one of those, definitely check that out. It's an awesome trick, and you can do some sightseeing of your own from total safety up in the air. Also, I want to thank all of you who chatted during my first live stream. I didn't really expect to talk to anybody, and it was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed hanging out with all of you, and even a couple of new subscribers, which I was super excited about. So be sure to subscribe if you want to support this channel, and if you want to see more helpful guides and tutorials that come out every couple of days on this channel. There's always something new to see. And if you want to support me even more, my wife and I are starting a new YouTube channel called the Console Co-op Couple, and the two of us play Nintendo Switch games together, and it's a whole lot of fun. I think you'll really enjoy it if you use the link in the description to jump over to that channel, and it would help us out a lot if you would subscribe over there too, since we're trying to get that channel off the ground. So until our next video or live stream, I hope your adventures on Ark are so much fun, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.